Welcome to the Chronically Online Podcast, episode 10.
Yeah, popping bottles, son.
See, that felt like a celebration now.
Yeah.
That felt like episode 10. Okay, I'm pleased I actually did that. That's good.
That's on Big 10. But
That's a nice smell. Can you smell it?
me
It does
smell
smell
the shit,
sweet.
Let me smell this. Damn.
That must be a good moment. Well, this is episode 10, and my name is George, and we are with...
James.
We are with... me and the can with James.
Yeah, because it's fucking two separate people. Look at the size of that motherfucker, man.
Oh, God, it's
He had
so
that in his
sweet.
jeans.
I did.
He just pulled out like a GTA RPG. Just humongous. This episode should be sponsored by the stretchiness in them jeans, player.
It should. Or Arizona. So what we're going to be doing today, we are chatting about marketing from the perspective of marketing professionals. What we like to do is chat about memes, chat about a marketing update that we've noticed in the world, and also chat about something really geeky and nerdy that we both just really enjoy. So first, something I've noticed, and I think I caught it just before it got really big, I think, or maybe that's just me being a hipster.
Here before the fucking trend. Let's go.
I'm not, probably not. Probably I caught it at the last moment. But I did catch it before KFC did it.
Oh, yeah,
So
we're
that's a
late.
sign.
We're real late.
Yeah. I caught it, then like a month later, KFC did it. But what it is this comment that described it so well. Getting Brainrot hand-delivered is insane. Does that ring a bell for you?
Getting what hand delivered, as in like what someone's sending it in meme form of the post, or
So
like it's in the packaging of KFC, or like
No. The way it works, so it's actually nothing to do with KFC. Like this, it's just
bet,
one
bet.
guy on TikTok called Jackson44, JCKSON44.
shouts out.
I don't know if he was the first one to do it, but like he was one of the main ones that does it. And like I said, nothing to do with these big brands. It's just one of the big brands picked it up. But what this dude does is it's like a POV camera shot. I don't know whether he has like a GoPro on his head or something.
Yeah.
And he goes into a supermarket. It's in America. A supermarket like Walmart or something. Sorry, you distracted me. Sorry, I don't want to like spill it on that.
No, if I can put it wherever you want, mate.
There we go. So the way it works is he will go to a Walmart, something in America, and he will, with no words, saying nothing, no context at all, he will just walk up to a shopper pushing a trolley and just stop them, open a binder of like printed memes.
No, I've seen this guy. No, because I don't remember what he had. I think it was like a deep fried like dinosaur meme.
Yeah, there's loads. So he'll have a whole binder.
No, it was Big Chungus from back in the day.
Yeah, Big Chungus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Big Chungus.
So the way it works is he just like opens it, and at first the shopper's like, and then he opens it and he just goes, and points to like a photo of Big Chungus or like some other random meme like the Eye of Ra thing.
Yeah.
And he'll flip the page. And then to keep doing that again and again. And the shoppers are just like...
Yeah, then you had the obligatory like, oh, is this guy...
Yeah.
Is this guy simple? I gotta stay here now.
Yeah.
Like,
And some of them go, oh, I'll stay for the curiosity. Some of them kind of talk like, what are you doing? Why are you talking? What is this? But some of them completely pass the vibe check.
Yeah.
And they just like start going like, I like that one. Yeah. And he'll do things like, there's little trends that he does within it. Every clip, every video. Like he'll have a kind of iPhone calling screen of like reject or accept call.
Yeah.
Of this, I don't even know where the start of it was, of John Pork, like this pig man. I don't know. And it says John Pork is calling. And he'll like point...
I've realised now they have no logical origin.
No,
like someone will just be
it.
like, John Pork.
John
like,
Pork, yeah. And he'll like be showing John Pork is calling, and he'll just tap the green symbol. And sometimes the people go, and they tap it as well. Oh man, the first time I watched
best social experiment. It'll be a clinical psychologist. It will come out one day and be like,
they analyse it.
so after 100 times doing this, what we noticed about humankind was this.
Yeah, 20% will get angry, 20% will really love it, and but oh my god, I laughed so much when I first saw that, because I didn't know what it was.
I didn't realise it was a recurring series, because I remember I saw obviously the dinosaur one I mentioned, but I think the first time I ever saw it was, I'm pretty sure it was just like Shrek, but with like mad green like feet. Like,
yeah, probably.
So I thought it was just trying to freak people out with like weird feet shit.
Yeah, no, it covers everything. Like, it's not just feet shit. It's like it covers every deep fried meme.
Yeah,
and oh my god, because like the first time I watched it, and I think when it got popular, it still is not explained. It's just his GoPro shot with dumb like music in the background, and the people are just kind of like, what's going on? And I was watching it going, I don't know what this is, but they're not stopping. Like, it's yeah. Oh man, it was utterly hilarious. And that comment, the way getting brain rot hand delivered is insane. That's so exactly what it is.
Yeah.
Brainrot, just hand delivered.
Yeah, as Gen Z would say, Brainrot IRL, go crazy.
Yeah,
that's how the hip kids would say it, yo.
That's how they do it. I mean, I wouldn't know. Yeah, but no, like I said, KFC, the crazy kind of official KFC account that jumps on every meme.
Yeah, they do be wildin'.
Yeah, they did like a version in a KFC.
Nice.
So it was, I think they put like GoPro on the head or something, and they just showed customers the same thing.
Memes done right.
Yeah.
Branded memes done right.
Yeah.
I have no comments. 10 out of 10.
Yeah, I've got to show you it
because that's also a fairly like niche style of vid.
Yeah.
Well. So it's not like it was so mainstream that like you're sick of seeing it by the time it's done. So
no. Yeah,
the selection is also everything.
It's niche because it's really, really not obvious what's happening. Like when I first watched it, I had to take a moment to realize, the whole video is him just showing people this stuff just to see their reaction. And sometimes there is no reaction. And it's like a legit like minute-long video of them just like...
Yeah, sometimes it's going to be really hard to watch.
Yeah, but you're still watching it like, are they going to smile? Are they going to smile?
That's why I skipped past it after, because it was someone having a super awkward reaction to Shrek feet. Yeah. I was like, I can't be here in this, like, I can't third wheel this interaction, bro.
Fair enough, yeah. But I might, and there's so many. So he's done so many clips.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think there's one or two where the Walmart shop assistant asks him to leave. Or something.
Oh yeah, well, classic.
I don't know why, because there's no harm done.
You don't know what's in that binder, mate.
True. It could be. Don't get to the last page.
Freaks out there, man.
Yeah.
But to round it out, trust your social team because they probably have ideas like that. You just gotta let them do it. Just gotta let them.
Yeah, and like I said, KFC did it, and they did it really well. It was just like, it wasn't like, hi guys, welcome to the KFC version of the meme. It wasn't that. It was just the footage. It was like, let's just do it in a KFC.
Yeah, SpongeBob horn noise. Like we don't want the hey, what's up, you guys? And that's like fucking 2015 YouTube. You can't apply that to TikTok, I'm afraid, unless it's a parody.
I didn't know that was SpongeBob.
So there's levels to the game.
That horn
I thought it was SpongeBob.
Oh yeah, it probably is.
It's probably an actual boat horn, but
Yeah.
you know, whenever they show something that stinks, they play that like,
Yeah.
which goes off in my head automatically because the brain rot is fully infested.
Yeah.
There's nothing here.
I bet it's infested you more than me, just because you do TikTok more than me.
Yeah,
So
we're a cook, chat.
Yeah.
Chat, are we cooked? Chat. I say that to myself way too often.
Out loud or just...
out loud.
Nice.
I get an email through that's not that nice. I'm like, chat, are we cooked? Chat, what is this? Someone says something dumb or hits me with it as per my previous email. I'm like, chat, are you seeing this? Like, I'm not streaming.
Yeah.
I'm not streaming, bro. Either I'm born to get into the game or I'm just cooked.
Yeah.
I just find it hilarious.
That's why you should start Twitch streaming, though.
Yeah, I'm already in the habit.
Just your life in case you get a bad email.
Look out for James Gale official Twitch account. Just fucking going through and see how cooked I am.
Yeah, I'd watch it. Yeah, well, that was the meme of the episode. Hilarious. I can't wait to share it with you. Like, I'll show you the account, unless you've already seen it anyway. But yeah, next bit we're going to chat about is some marketing that we like to kind of observe from a professional standpoint.
Yes.
There's a LinkedIn page called The Recruiter Life.
Yeah.
So I am working for a financial recruitment company, doing all their marketing, and I follow a lot of recruitment pages. You know, some like very kind of heavily meme stuff, some like good advice, but it's about the world of recruitment. You know, on LinkedIn. And there's this one called The Recruiter Life, and they are very much a humor page, LinkedIn page.
Yeah,
which
it's relatable memes in the recruitment space.
Yeah, but not in a kind of cringy way. Humor can kill on LinkedIn. I think like if it's done well, humor can actually work really well. It's so rarely.
Since they added that funny button, it was game over, bro.
Yeah, that's it.
Memes for days.
Yeah. Well, the Recruiter Life, they post quite a lot as well. I think they post like multiple times a day, and they'll do a special thing like they'll do. It's I don't know, Jim Carrey's birthday, so let's just post a load of GIFs of Jim Carrey films for like a day.
Yeah.
Weird stuff like that.
Yeah.
They did this one post, and I want to kind of ask you about the marketing perspective of it. It was how I'm going to describe an adult clip. So it was an excerpt from an adult film. Okay.
Yeah.
And I immediately identified it because it was like a famous meme clip. You might know it. It was like
I feel like I'll know it.
It's like the guy with the chef hat cooking the steak or something. He's like chopping beef, and he's like, "Who wants some beef?" Or like whatever. I can't remember what he said.
Weirdly enough, I don't think I've seen that one. I thought you were going to say it was the guy in the bathtub. This isn't a pool. This is a bathtub.
I have not seen that one. Let's exchange adult clips. God.
I'll send you the hub link after this, bro.
Yeah.
Shit go crazy.
God, yeah. But yeah, this Recruiter Life on the LinkedIn page, they shared, it was just like a cool, funny post of this really famous clip from an adult film. And I just wanted to get your thoughts on, like, is there ever a time like where a brand, and this isn't really a brand because they're just a LinkedIn page, they're not a company, I don't think. But what's your thoughts? Is there a time where you genuinely suggest to a brand, okay, let's take comedy to sharing adult clips because our audience will get it?
Yeah, shock and awe is a strategy. Yeah. Obviously, that's applying a little bit of the whole sex sales principle. But obviously, in those out of context clips, it's like very clear. It's usually like cheesy music and like, that bit's fairly obvious. And I think that's what makes it funny. It's in a place where it shouldn't be. It's shock and awe, and as long as it's actually funny.
Yeah, it was funny.
Because otherwise, that's creepy.
Yeah, absolutely. And it sounds obvious. There's nothing explicit happening in the clip, obviously, but.
It's implied.
Yeah, kind of, because it's really bad acting. It's this guy, and he's saying all these innuendos about like the beef he's cutting and all this. So everyone knows it's a dumb kind of parody thing. And they used it as some kind of, they put like a relatable caption on the LinkedIn caption, you know.
Yeah.
But that's just interesting. Yeah, I want to get,
the key is relatability. Yeah. Oh hell yeah! Like all brands need to loosen up because their consumers are. Mm-hmm. Even the CEOs, even the C-suite, even the senior professionals, yes. I think B2B could have the largest benefit from loosening up and embracing memes and a little bit of shock and awe, especially if it's in a very unexpected space. Yeah. You have a lot of spaces that are very wedded to professionalism that if they dabbled even a little bit would get these big spikes in comedy and relatable posts that could really help their growth efforts. It's just about being brave enough to do it and getting sign off with consistent ideas without it being something you can do once, hoping it works. I think a lot of it comes from, it's easier from my point of view as like an external entity to go, we should do this, it's so simple. But when you are inside a company and one mistake, it's either that meme performed really well, you're on track for promotion, or you posted porn on my company account, you idiot. Yeah. Like, there's only two ways it can go. So it's a very risky game for those internal, or, even agencies, one meme received badly, it will get you a lot of PR backlash for a while. Yeah. So risk aversion and your appetite for risk is something that needs to be calculated. But if it's funny enough, humour usually conquers paperwork. Yeah, sure. As long as it's universally hounded as funny.
Yeah, I think almost to kind of give it a proper strategic edge as well, I would propose it from a marketing perspective as one of many. So I'd say, okay, let's try this new content style. And it wouldn't just be one adult clip in isolation. It would be like, okay, let's do it for a day, or let's do it once every week, just as like people kind of look forward to the silly parody adult clip moment, because then you can actually, gives you more kind of ability to track it, gives you more ability to check the analytics, and then you can present a report to your superior saying, see, this risky thing we just did of posting adult clips worked because we did it every week and it showed that our engagement went up, etc.
I'm 100% sure that you could probably get at least a weekly like content slot in of relatable memes only created by out of context porn acting. Yeah, you could easily do that, but in the weirdest profession. Apply that to B2B consulting, and then once a week, it's just where's that paperwork that was on my desk? But with a relatable caption, as long as it's funny, that works. So
and with this, it was recruitment.
And recruiters are typically, recruiters are a lot like sales. The environment's very different, as opposed to, lawyers perhaps, or legal solicitors, things like that. So, but again, when it's unexpected, it can add to the funny factor. Yeah. So that was probably one of the more risky memes on that page. So that's why it performed well. So I always suggest to brands to take more risks in a way that makes sense. Sometimes it could be like you make the meme internally for a laugh and you put it in the teams. like, too far? Question mark?
Yeah.
How many laughing emojis that gets determines how everyone feels about it.
And I swear, if it's ever any more than like, it depends how big your team is, of course.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
if it ever hits more than like 5, you're like, oh, I'm on.
Yeah, when you've hit an
today.
absolute stonker in the team's chat, right? That's when you can go, should I post it? I feel like I should.
Yep.
Depends on the kind of company you have. Obviously, there's probably layers of sign off for everything. But if it fits the culture, it can also be a good litmus test as to if it'll fit with your audience too.
Yeah, it would fit recruitment because, like I said, that's a sales, and I know this because I'm doing the marketing for a recruitment company.
Mm-hmm.
It is a salesy kind of like chatty, not laddie, but it's a kind of almost like boisterous atmosphere.
It's a high energy.
Yeah, it's sales.
Yeah,
and it's kind of it's positive. At least in what we do, it's very positive. It's not kind of slimy sales. It's a good positive atmosphere.
Yeah.
It's funny, so it would fit that.
And often relatability can help conquer industry stereotypes. So
For sure.
slimy sales and sticky recruitment, that is an unfortunate stigma that's attached to those industries. From various bad apples along the way. And the more your company can be as relatable, human, and authentic as humanly possible, you win.
Yeah, that's it. So that's good. Okay, so conclusion. We've all got to post more adult clips.
Yeah, we've all got to post just the first bit of the porn before they get to the good bit, and then you win.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, you'd have to do a lot of research at the desk, which might be hard to do.
Oh God.
That try and get that time signed off.
What was that championship you were talking about?
The ranked jerk mate title, bro.
It's research for marketing.
One day we'll be like Patreon After Dark, and we'll look that up just to see what's actually happening with that.
That actually, after you said that last time, that actually came up as just a random stupid post. Like, as much as like, oh, that's what James was referring to, this competition thing. Yeah.
It's actually crazy they made it IRL, bro. Like,
did they?
Well, I assume it's real.
Okay.
I mean, there's too many people posting about it for it not to be real.
Yeah, true.
Because there's only one way to find out, folks.
Yeah, I just saw it like referenced on a meme. It wasn't an actual.
Bet you won't Google it.
Yeah.
Screenshot it and send us in.
Yeah.
Where are you ranking right now, bro? You in bronze? Get them rookie numbers up, bro. Terrible numbers.
Oh God. Yeah. So we're going to end the episode talking about some geeky things. What we always like to do. So this time I have noticed something that I think would speak to you, James. So would you say trainers or sneakers?
Damn.
Because you are a big fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I am. Context dependent and day dependent, usually.
Yeah.
Because it depends.
Yeah.
A lot of the time I just use shoes as a universal term.
Yeah, okay.
But I think that would be quite a British way to do it.
Sure. I mean,
Same as trainers, I suppose.
Yeah.
I associate trainers a lot more with low cut shoes. So right now I'm wearing some Reebok Classics. So they're low cut trainers. But if you're looking at a pair of Jordan 1s of the higher silhouette, they're going to be sneakers or shoes.
And is that your kind of favoured style of shoe?
I'd say so, but it depends.
Right. Cool.
But I prefer the look of high tops.
Yeah.
In my old age, can I be bothered to do all them laces up? Nah.
It's just one too many laces. Like, nah, I'm too old for this shit.
Because I'm in the rock and a hard place between my tism levels require shoes that are tied slightly tighter.
Right. Okay.
Because loose shoes piss me off.
Right. Yeah.
So I'm not wearing loose lace like I'm New York or something. I can't do that. So it's all awkwardly tied quite tight. And when there's like a whole nother layer of like boxing shoe running up your ankle, you're like, am I just walking the dog or do I need to show up and show out? So if I'm going somewhere where the shoes are part of fit, then the high tops come out.
Okay, I see.
But you could also get mids as well. You got some middies. There's not as much middies as there were.
Yeah, no.
There's a negligible difference, probably like a couple of inches.
Yeah, interesting. That's a deep thought process about the height of shoes.
I guarantee there's a whole sneakerhead podcast talking about.
Oh, I bet there is.
About the depth of it, but sneaker culture in general is huge, and a lot of brands can and should tap into it more. In the content space. I mean, just look at the content brand surrounding Foot Asylum, for instance. Like their YouTube channel is absolutely humongous, and they do I think it's Foot Asylum, the one that does the Locked In with the Sidemen and everything else. Basically a full-blown reality show where they put YouTubers in a house.
Right.
And that's where a lot of the famous clips from chunks and the rest come from.
Is it?
They're all sponsored Foot Asylum videos, so that space is huge.
Right, I didn't know that was Foot Asylum. I've seen like 1,000 of those clips, the chunks.
Yeah, a lot of the time they're from the Foot Asylum vids. So their YouTube channel is absolutely stacked and it's brilliant. I'm pretty sure the agency behind it or has contributed to it is Cowshed Social.
Okay.
So shout out to Cowshed because they definitely know what they're doing. So yeah, it's really interesting. It's really interesting space, man.
Yeah.
Because as long as you got the shoes on your feet, you can do pretty much anything.
Wow.
So
that's the tagline,
yeah, damn straight.
Well, what I was going to say is, to me, and you kind of proved my point, I suppose, is the kind of sneaker trainer fandom is a geeky interest because people will go so deep into like technically how it works and the history of like 30 years ago, Michael Jordan did the blah blah. It's so deep. And I spotted, I don't know how I spotted it, but there's a website that I found where it will do the big name like sneakers trainers, the American ones, the basketball ones, whatever. But it will be themed really heavily with children's TV shows, like kind of old ones. So it'll be like a Hey Arnold Air Force One, or stuff like.
Is it the one that does customs for you?
I don't know.
So I'm not sure. They might have done because they possibly would have done limited releases for them. So for instance, I've got an NBA version of the Air Force One that was a specific collab with them. Or for instance, Puma just teamed up with Sonic the Hedgehog for the movie release, and you can get Sonic, Knuckles, Tails, and I think there's also a Shadow one. Or was it? No, it was Reebok. Puma did it with One Piece a couple of years ago. So you can actually, there can be these actual real specific releases, or there can be someone's done a custom shoes for you, because you can send in a white Air Force One and be like, make me a Dragon Ball Z refit, and then someone will just paint that whole thing manually. It's like crazy.
The website I found is not that. So it's you can buy like a pre-made Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle like bright green shoe, like a fancy one, or there's like an old style Wolverine color. Like it's kind of a noughties, like 90s TV show thing. Like, I think it was like a Recess.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah.
I was watching it like, whoa,
this is hard, bro. TJ Detweiler sneaks. You crazy. Give me them Hustler Kid ones right
Gretchen
now.
Grundlers.
Give me them Mikey Fours, bro. Mikey Fours.
Yeah, no, that's cool. Well, yeah, I just saw that kind of crossover. I thought that's such a geeky interest where people who really appreciate the shoe will, and happen to be like, late 20s, early 30s or something, will go, yeah, that is like two of my interests.
Yeah, sneakers have always crossed over with niche interests. Cartoons, games. So I think there was a PlayStation Nike collab at one point. Xbox has definitely done it. I can't remember with who. They're all interlinked. Anime's crossed over with sneakers. Tekken have I think a deal with Nike. So all of their shoes are in the game, and they're specific. Like I've been wanting to get them for ages. There's a specific collab with Tekken 7, I think it was, that you can get, and they look they're hard, bro. They're Nike foam posits, but they're so fucking cool. But those two things always interconnect. Is part of I'd say the kind of African American community and interest there. Anime, gaming, basketball, and sneaker culture are completely intertwined in that kind of homogenous zone, I guess. So that bleeds into hoop culture, even in the UK as well. So it's cool, man. Sneakers can go with anything, which is pretty fucking cool. And as long as they're subtle enough, because you can get ones that are like real, like you could wear that and no one would know you're being overtly nerdy, but the real ones would know. You're seeing it with a lot of niche interest. I know how previously we were talking about how TikTok's normalizing more niche interest. Specifically in the anime space, there are so many now minimal anime brands where I'm looking at really nice overcoats with like really nice velvet linings, like premium stuff, but they've got like the symbols and badges on of like specific Naruto characters.
Right, but where would the symbol be?
Like, so it'll be like on the back, but like same color as the thing, so it's very subtle. So to anyone else, that's just a cool design for a jacket. But to those who are like, oh my god, that's the jacket, the fourth Hokage from Naruto, and you'd freak the fuck out, like. But also just like normal shirts and stuff. Like even I've got like 2 minimalist different hat designs that are anime, so the real ones will get it, and then I can still wear my fandom outside.
You still don't look like an anime dweeb outside.
Yeah, exactly. Because I used to be super over the top for like games and for games and for anime, even some cartoons. There is I saw a nice Ben 10 thing the other day. I think it was a Ben 10 shirt, and it was just nothing but like the Omnitrix logo there. Okay. And it was clean.
I don't know what that is. Yeah.
Well, you don't know the Omnitrix and Ben 10?
No, I don't. I know Ben 10, but I never watched.
It's the symbol on the front of his watch, essentially. Okay. It turns him into different aliens. Okay, cool. But it was just there. And I was like, that's hard.
Yeah.
That's hard. Any way you can show off your nerdiness or like just things from your childhood.
Agreed.
But you could still go anywhere.
Yeah. Well,
I'm doing cool.
You've got a Dungeons and Dragons ring here.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man.
D20.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Which I love this. Yeah, no, I
came such plain clothes, mate. God damn.
Yeah. No, that reminds me. Like I've watched a bit of anime in life, but not a lot. But
well, Netflix is stacked now, so have fun, man.
Wearing the Netflix bits out, like you say. One of my old school friends, who I then stayed friends with for ages after school, we made a bunch of like silly films together.
Hell yeah.
One of my closest friends in life, to be honest. Yeah. So this is not me being harsh to him.
He's my best goddamn friend.
Yeah. No, I haven't seen him in like probably 10 years, but you know how it is. Anyway, what I'm trying to say is this is no shade at all. Yeah. This is just me being like, not making an observation. He was an anime fan.
Yeah.
And he would turn up to school. Do you know what I'm saying? He would have this. It wasn't
always cool, folks.
Yeah. I have no idea what it's from, but it was like
the Naruto headband.
Yeah.
Silver headband, symbol
with like a black headband.
Got one on my desk at my computer, bro.
But did you wear it to school?
No.
Okay, see you later.
What, am I crazy?
Yeah, he wore it to school.
So we're getting into level of autism here that can't be measured. Okay. Because I got it. But I'm also aware enough not to wear it outside, all right?
Yeah, but hey, you should be able to wear it wherever you want.
Hey, I guarantee you it's normal now.
Yeah, right.
Like, there were, like, anime 10 years ago, you could only, here, without access to the internet, was only through, like, after the hours of 8 o'clock on Jetix.
Right, or like DVDs.
Yeah, which you're getting from like when DVD and video stores are still open.
Yeah, wow.
Like, good luck. It's like easier to get your hands on pornography than it was anime. And it was pretty much treated the same. Someone walks in at the wrong time, like, it was just Japanese culture, bro. What me?
Strangely crossing over quite a bit.
Yeah. There's a tentacle here and there. You're like, how'd this get here, man? This is a show about ninjas.
I don't even know if that's anime or porn. I don't even know.
I don't know either way. I'm not going to make the show on PG. I was going to make a joke, but I'm not going to do it.
Oh, God.
But no, I love the normalization of hobbies, and I think there's even more of that. Like, it's actually inspired me to start working on a new side hustle with a friend of mine. So soft launch, we're actually starting a poster company that is specifically around almost the normalization of hobbies. So more around men's hobbies, but they are universal as well. So it's basically minimalist posters and some maximalist ones as well that we're going to sell, and it's essentially going to be like a poster design that could be about the WWE, about gaming, about anime, something like that. But the design is minimal and classy enough to the point where you could have it in your front room as art, but still, showing love to your interest, basically. And with sports as well, we're also doing it for. And it's called Poster Boys, so it'll be posterboys.com. And we are currently building that up and looking at that. So that's a kind of brief intro, but because there's just so much potential everywhere. In terms of like things that used to be uncool, they're now normalized by TikTok, and then how can we start to bring that into the physical life?
Yeah, I think you told me about that a couple of weeks ago, and we talked about like a wrestling version. It could be like just like a wrestling hat or like the wrist gloves or the knee pads.
Because we know from both being wrestling fans that everything wrestling is maximalist.
Yeah.
You cannot. Nothing small. There's not even the shirts. There's no subtle ones. So like, but they're like every wrestler has almost logos.
Yep.
Right. It wouldn't be that hard just to have a simple logo or like embroidered in one colour, so it was quite classy, like a Nike shirt, an emulation of that. It wouldn't be that hard. We're all just like, whoa, and just massive explosion of colour, which is cool for when you go to the events. But if you wanted to just
any other situation,
go to the shop,
not cool at all.
No, and you didn't want to look like, and then you don't want someone to be like, wrestling's not real, right? In the shop, and you're just like, it's real to me, damn it! No. You don't want to get one of them applications. So, so hopefully, that'll pan out for what I'm doing, side hustle-wise, but also I'm just glad to see more of the stuff we like being normal now.
Yep, absolutely. Like these trainers, sneakers with the child TV show crossover was really cool.
Yeah, boy.
So that was episode 10 of the Chronically Online Podcast. So that was amazing. That was fun. If you liked it, you thought it was fun too, then follow, subscribe, give us a like, comment what you'd like to see as well. But for the moment, my name is George, and that is
James.
And me and my Arizona can. We'll see you next time.
Not sponsored. Peace.